Hey guys, it's Nikki. Um, it has been a very long time. A very long time. It's been too long. I know. Um, I am am making this vlog because I had a very interesting and very significant experience today, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it definitely has to do with um, body positivity and just, you know, self-esteem and all of that good stuff. I'm not going to edit this because, come on, I don't like to edit. But I'm going to do my best to explain what happened in a way that doesn't make this video 30 minutes long because I'm not going to edit it. So I'll start at the beginning. I feel like Sound of Music. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you sing, okay, anyway, um, so today I went to brunch with two friends, and it's a really great place in Beijing. It's called the Orchard, and the restaurant itself is on an orchard. It's pretty beautiful. It's very nice. Anyway, so we went to brunch, and the place is fantastic. It's one of those places where you pay about $35 US, and it's like all you can eat food and all you can drink. You can just bring a bottle of wine to your table and drink it, and then you can get more if you want. And there's champagne and beer. So yeah, it's a really nice place. And afterwards, they have like a little outdoor seating area, and we decided to go out and hang out outside with our champagne. And after we ate, and we're sitting there. My one friend went to the restroom, and then the other friend was with me. We were sitting down. We had the extra chair between us, waiting for our other friend to come. And all of a sudden, this beautiful but very drunk woman stumbled up to our table, I should say. And she just sat down and began to drunkenly engage with us. And it was fine. I tend to be very open to drunk folks. And it was fine. I knew she was drunk, but she was really friendly, and she seemed like she wanted to talk. So we were like, okay, fine, whatever. So she started by saying, I have to tell you that I saw you walk out here, and I had seen you earlier when you first got here. And I was like, really? You saw me earlier? And she's like, yes, I saw you. I saw you get out of your Didi, which is like sort of like Uber, but in China. And I was in mine, and I noticed you, and the first thing I saw, she's like, was your hair. I saw your dreads, and I just love them. So this is, by the way, I should say, she's a Black woman, and I found out later she's from South Africa. She's gorgeous, really nice, beautiful, super friendly, overly so. And she's like, I was just blown away. And then I didn't see you later, and I just saw you walk out here, and I had to come out and tell you that I love your hair. And she just freaked out. She was so excited. And I was like, thank you. That's very nice. And then she proceeded to ask us where we were from, ask us what we did. We found out her name was Tess. and found out that she's also a teacher and all of that. But I digress. So she then proceeded, and I don't remember how this started because it was such a weird experience. It's very surreal. And the reason I'm telling you that I'm doing this now and I'm making it raw is because, and unedited, it's because I don't want to forget. I want to document it. And I'll probably upload this shortly after. But anyway, she then turns to me and she says, and then she's like, I don't want to offend you. I don't want to offend you, but I have to say this to you because seeing you, it changed my life. And I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. And she goes, I'm just going to say it. You are a big girl. And I was like, yes, I am. And she's like, no, but you're a big girl. And I was like, yes, I know. I am. And it was like she just kept saying it. And then she goes, and I saw you and I was like, one, I saw your hair and I said, your hair is you have so much hair. It's so long, it's almost down to your butt. And she's like, and then I saw how big you are. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then she's like, and I don't want to offend you. She's like, and she got really close. Like she was like this close to my face. And she goes, and I saw that you have hair on your face. She's like, and I was like, she is a hairy chick. She is so hairy. And I just laughed. I laughed so hard. My friends were very uncomfortable. But I thought it was funny. I was like, wow, this is very fascinating. I wonder what's making her want to say this to me. It was so random. And then she's like, but I just needed to tell you. She's like, I saw you and it changed my life. And I was like, what do you mean it changed your life? And she said, I looked at you and I was like, I was jealous. I was jealous of you. And I was like, okay. And she's like, because she's like, look, I'm going to tell you this. And I'm going to warn you that there's some harsh words. She's like, I'm going to be honest. My first thought when I saw you was, she is fat as fuck. She is fat as fuck. And she was like, and I said, yes. And she's like, I don't want you to be offended. I was like, I'm not offended. Like, I'm fat. Yes, I am. And I fully own that and accept that. And she's like, yes, that's what I mean. She's like, you have this way about you that you just are not afraid to be yourself, and you own it. You own who you. And I was like, yes, okay. And then she's like, and and then she told us later that she just got married, and she was actually on her way to get fitted for another wedding dress because she's having another wedding, I guess, here in China with her family and friends. So I think she had the actual wedding back home, I think in South Africa, and now she's having another one. And she's like, I look at you and you're big, and I look at me and I'm not, but I am not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with myself like you are, and I'm so jealous, and I wish I was. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. It was so surreal. And she just kept going on, and she kept saying, I just kept looking at you like you are fat as fuck. And she said, and it wasn't about me saying, I'm looking at you and saying, you need to lose weight. And I wasn't saying it or thinking it because I thought, wow, she's so ugly or whatever. She's like, I was saying it in admiration. Like, she is fat as fuck and she doesn't care. And she's just so comfortable with herself. And she's like, I was so jealous. And she said, you changed my perspective on life. She said, before I saw you today, I was a different person. I had a different perspective. And I looked at you today and it just changed my life. And she just kept saying that. And she was very, of course, over the top. She was very drunk. She kept repeating herself over and over. She kept touching me a lot. She touched, my chin. And, normally, you guys know, I don't like people touching me. But one, she was black, so I felt better about it. And two, it was a different feeling. I was just so caught off guard with what she was saying. And I didn't know how to really react. And I just kept saying to her, listen, it may seem like I'm very comfortable with myself, and I am, but it took 20 years of hard work to get to this point. And I say that to tell you that it's not impossible, it's hard work. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. And I said, and I told her, I still have times in my life now at 35 years old that I still wake up and I don't like to look at myself in the mirror. And I just don't feel like comfortable with myself. And I feel like, bad about the way I look. I think everybody has those days. But most of the time I am comfortable with who I am, because what's the alternative? I want to live my life, and the alternative is locking myself in my room in my apartment and never coming out again. And that just doesn't work for me. So I told her that, and, eventually her husband came together and, they looked embarrassed, like, oh, I'm so sorry if she bothered you. I was like, no, didn't bother me. She was fine. But it was such an amazing, interesting experience, and I don't know how to feel about it, except to say that I'm glad that happened. It felt like it needed to happen. And I feel bad for her, because I feel like it probably was important for her at that moment, because she was about to try to fit into a dress, and she probably, was, trying to make sure she fit in her wedding dress when she got married before. And I know lots of women go through that, and maybe seeing me out just existing in public in China, of all places, those of you who know about Asia, China, Asia in general, very judgmental. There's a lot of, issues with people's looks and superficiality and all of that. But that's another video for another day. But it was so interesting because it validated for me what I've been trying to do for the last maybe 4 or 5 years of my life. And that is existing as myself in public, as a fat woman, as a black woman, as a black woman with dreadlocks, as a woman with facial hair that I don't shave off and I don't remove it. I think I've been trying to exist in public to help people understand that looks are not the most important thing, and that there's more to us in this life than being perfect. And yeah, it was truly a mind-blowing experience. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. I've had people come up to me and comment on my hair, like, oh, I love your locks. Like, they're so amazing. How'd you do it? I've had that. And this was so different. This was such a different experience, and I don't know how to feel about it. I think it was positive. I hope that she got something out of it. I hope my friends got something out of it. We had a great conversation after she left. But I wanted to share that. I wanted to put my thoughts on video so that I didn't forget. And I wanted to share this, I think, to just share this story with people, and to just say that, you never know what just existing can do for other people. You never know what just existing in public and being yourself can do and make other people feel, and how it can make people feel better about themselves. I didn't start this, like, doing this for other people. It was really for me. I wanted to be comfortable with me, but I realized the power that I do have. I realized it today. And it's overwhelming. You know, it's like the Spider-Man thing, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. But I feel that now, you know, I felt that today. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But I do think it's important that when you're different, when you're a marginalized person, I think that it's important to be visible, you know? Visibility is so important. And today's experience, I think, taught me that. I may never see that woman again. I don't know. But even if I don't, even if she was just drunk and she doesn't even remember the conversation, it definitely affected me in a way, obviously, because I'm vlogging about this now. But that's all I really have to say. So, oh God, 16 minutes. Okay, you're probably not going to watch this whole video, let's be honest. But I'm going to post it anyway because, you know, I want it to be documented. But anyway, thank you for listening to this rambling, long-ass video, for watching it. And, you know, leave down in the comments, like, have you ever had an experience like that where someone, either someone told you that you changed something in them or that they changed something in you? A stranger, because that's what that was. Yeah, any other comments about, you know, what you think about that experience? But as always, just remember that you are worth it, you are worthy, and you are worthy of love. And I will see you in the next video, whatever that might be. Talk to you guys later. Bye.